How's it going, everyone? I want to go over a very important topic, and it's actually the psychology side of trading and how we mentally get into our mind sometimes. Now, this might sound like a really boring topic, and if I was watching this video right now, I'd be like, oh, let's just skip this video. This sounds really boring. But honestly, you guys, this is something that I wanted to dedicate and make for all of my members and traders here, because it's something I actually struggled with a lot when I first started trading. But mastering and getting better at this has been the flip in my trading that has literally catapulted me to the total next level. And it's what's getting people going from eval to pro to then payout much faster. And I got on a call with a member who literally just passed 550K accounts with Take Profit the other day. And I'm going to share some like stats that he ended up doing. This trader literally took back these metrics and analyzed 680 trades. And he ended up saying, Justin, these are the results that I got using these metrics. And I'll go over that in a second because I was astounded. I gave him a number, but I'll tell you guys, and I was like, no, that's not right. And I was like, oh, wow, I am blown away. But let's go back here real quick. Psychology side of trading and why is it so important, and what can you do when you get into certain positions? For me, you guys, if you get on your computer, there's a reason I have these 3 trades laid out here, because this is honestly what I have personally seen as, you know what, some days can go like this. You're going to have good, winning, successful days. There's no doubt about that. Those days are great. But what are the days when you are getting that barrier, right? How many days, like yourself, like me, have you started and you get that first losing trade, right? It happens to all of us. The number one thing that I can tell for you guys to do is stick to a set rules and principles, but follow it every time, because if you know analytically that over the amount of time, if you do something long enough, it's going to have a better high win rate percentage, wouldn't you just follow that all along? And I know it's easier said than done, but take a look at this, you guys. Let's dive into the chart real quick. So let's say you were to get on right now, and this is the first signal that you take. You know, is everything lined up? Yeah, it's actually not bad at all. You know, this is sell signal. Everything's good. Red, red, and red. You know, this is the entry that you would be on. And you know what? Let's say you were just playing. What I like to do a lot of times, you guys, is I like to take the length of this candle and use it as my target. Now, a lot of people will just go for 10 points, and sure, yes, this hit 10-point target, and it would have won. But let's just stick to a set rule of principles for this speaking. You know, this would have been about an 18-point that I would have been going for target, since that's the length of the candles. And I'll show you like this too. 1-to-1 risk to reward, right? 1-to-1, 1-to-1. Well, we get into this trade, right? We come down, and we know we're hitting 18, and we don't get it, and it comes back up. The trader who gets into this trade and closes this out for 13 points down and stays with that and does nothing else and doesn't hold it longer to then 19, 20 to 23 and 29, going above your stop loss here, this is the trader who's going to be around for months and years instead of days and weeks in pro. Don't feel bad if you get into a trade if you need to close it out, if anything changes. Now, for me, if anything changes, do this as simple as just red, red, red. If this is all red and you get that green, get out. So what did this do? You displayed great entry management because everything was in line, but more importantly, you displayed incredible risk management. What happened just a few minutes later? You end up getting this sell signal here, 1-to-1 risk to reward. This ended up running for 48 points. What happened with this? At no point did this ever cross above profit wave, and it shot down right here. 48 points. Let's just say this is 10 points and this is 50 points target. Make it easier math. You lost 10 but then made 50. That's 40 points. Guys, that's $400 over one account, or $2,000 trading with 550K accounts. And let's say you take it one step further and you're like, okay, let's go for another trade. We come back over. Okay, we get the buy signal at the bottom, at the top. 1-to-1 risk to reward. That's your strategy that you're working with. You know, another 27 points. This is where, when you know overall the percentage is going to be higher, I think I know for me specifically, since I've been doing this for so long, and I know it helps as being the founder of these metrics, but this trader that I talked to, he said, Justin, I've actually gone back and done 680 plus trades with these metrics, and guess the percentage of ones that won. Now, what he did is exactly what I do. He blocked out the first part of market open, the last part of market close, which we don't trade those times anyway. And he said anything that's really close to around the 200 EMA that was fluctuating, which I don't trade either, he took out those signals. right? And you say, guess how many actually lost? To me, I'm thinking like 100, 200. Thinking like, okay, like that's still an okay win rate. It's like, Justin, it lost, I don't know the exact number, but he's like, it lost like 40 something, or it was like 60. It came out to a 92% win rate. And he's like, Justin, what I don't get, he's like, you're going to laugh at me for this, and I won't disclose his name, but, thank you for sharing this with me. He's like, Justin, I know this has a 92% win rate, but for some reason, when I trade, I get something that comes in, like I'm double guessing, is it the right signal? Is it not the right signal? And he's like, I've done the math on this. He's like, I went back 3 months, and each month, he's like, Justin, this would have made between $3,000 to $5,000 per account. So you got to times it by 5, $15,000 to $20,000 per month for the last 3 months, back to back to back. And he's like, Justin, I still have a hard time doing this. And I'm like, it's okay. Like, psychology side of trading is literally, if you were to take trading, it's almost 90% of trading, and 10% of trading is actually like clicking the button and actually going through and taking profit, right? Like, it's so much harder. And I know looking at it like this, you're like, okay, looking back, this is easier to say, and it's much harder when you have it like this and you're looking at price action because you don't know what's coming in the future. Well, let me tell you guys, if you don't know what's happening in the future, but you've proven to yourself and other people of a very high percentage win rate following the instructions that I'm trying to teach, don't trade the market open, don't trade afterwards, and don't trade around a 200 EMA. It might seem like a lot of things to have to keep an eye on. Guys, I get trade opportunities every single day. You can do this as well. And if you get that first trade that loses, I want you to lose knowing that you had a great entry, but that the market just turned against you, and get out. Because guess what? A saying I love to say, your biggest winning trade is on the opposite side of a well-managed loser. If you can do that, you will be around for weeks and months and years and get payouts. What I did when I first started trading, you guys, is I would dollar cost average into a position. I'd be like, okay, I think it's going to turn around. I think it's going to turn around. Let's add to the position. My entry's now closer, and it just kept running the opposite way. How many of you can literally put your hand up, and I'll keep it here. How many of you added to losers more than your winners? I did. What I got rid of that has given me the best success is I will actually now only add to winners, and I will never add to a loser. I will enter in with 5 micros on a 50K account through take profit. And if I'm up in profit 20 points, I'll add to make it 10, and then I'll let it run. If for some reason it goes against me, this is something else too, guys. How many times have you got into a trade and you're losing trades? If it doesn't go your direction within a minute or two, you're probably not going to win that trade. Just get out of it. The winning trades that I've gone into, look at this. You're literally in here, it moves right afterwards. It's in, it moves. When it's just kind of fluttering around a little bit, just keep an eye out and be like, this might not work out. It's okay to feel uncomfortable within trades. And if you feel something inside of like, okay, this might not work out, or I'm looking at price action and this could do that, that could do that, it's okay to just get out and recalibrate. Okay. I do have some traders though that I will say that literally put on a 1-to-1 risk to reward like this. They set their take profit and stop loss. They walk out of their room. I'm not kidding you guys. And they come back and they say, Justin, whatever the profit or loss is, I'm okay and I'm going to accept it because it followed the rules to a T. You know what's happened with those traders? They've won more trades than they've lost. They've taken emotion out of it and they're okay with it. So I hope you guys just find a lot of success in just watching these videos. I'm trying to give the best educational content I possibly can that has personally helped me a lot, but not only myself, just thousands of other people who have been able to grab these metrics and change their trading career from either not successful to more successful. I'm not going to say this is going to 100% turn around your life in one day and then you're going to have to quit your job and you can just do this forever. That's not trading. You know, for me, I want to keep the things that I love. I own a microbrewery and a restaurant with my family. I love to do things with my daughter and travel. Well, trading for me is the thing I do the least amount of time, but I want to generate the most amount of income. I don't trade for more than a half an hour a day. I wait the first hour of market open. I look at the markets. I look for one good quality trade and I'm done and that's it. If that can be your trading style, you will see so much improvement and trading will become extremely fun. Guys, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Please email me if you have any questions, comments at all. You guys know exactly where to grab all of this. It's in the description of the video. But let's make 2025 an amazing year. Take care, guys.